We're back. So, we gotta come up with better ways to start the video than just saying we're back.
But it's like always a surprise, you know.
It's true.
Like it's already we don't need to introduce ourselves, you know. The three people that watch it, and then we say that we're back, and like they said the
Yeah, I mean you're right. You're right.
No more intros, no more editing, no more nothing crazy. Just we're back.
We're back.
First frame of the video.
Yeah. And we're gonna lie to you. We're gonna say, "Oh, we swear it won't be as long next time."
Every time.
Every time you
gets longer and longer.
You fall for it. Every
fucking gaslighted.
Fucking dumbass.
Can't believe you fools.
Duped them again, boys.
Give me that dollar bill.
I wish it was a dollar bill.
Yeah, imagine if we got a dollar every video we made. I'd actually make more videos.
Yeah, probably.
We gotta pay off the studio somehow, man.
Man, you know what's fucked up, man? I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't want to make shorts, all right? I don't want to do it. You can't make me do it. I made one short. I got 500 views in a day.
I get the notification too, like, 560 views or whatever it was. Yeah.
I was malding, dude. I was pacing my room back and forth, mad as fuck, boy. I'm kicking the doors.
Look, I'm sure we made 1/3 of 1 cent off of those 500 views, right?
No. Why not monetize? You have to have so many subscribers to get any kind of money off of that kind of stuff.
That's fair. Well, theoretically, 1/3 of 1 cent. We pay some guy on Fiverr to clip farm, and they basically just tell him to clip farm. Like, we post fucking hour-long videos, like every 5 seconds.
Give me something.
Just break it down into 30-second chunks, and we'll post it all.
I mean,
like how our good friend Blarn watches classic movies.
That showed you
30 seconds at a time on YouTube Shorts.
Did I show you I don't know if I did. Did I show you the Connor O'Malley bit where he's on Seth Meyers, and Seth Meyers is like, "So what you been up to, man? You been watching any shows? What you watching?" And he's like, "I don't really watch TV. I just watch YouTube Shorts." He goes, "I've just been watching YouTube Shorts. Been watching Billions on YouTube Shorts." And he's like, "How many billions YouTube Shorts do you watch in a day?" He goes, "How many minutes are there in a day, brother?" And he's like, "So you're sitting there, you're watching a whole episode's worth of YouTube Shorts instead of just watching the episode?" And he goes, "What the fuck is it to you, man?" Connor O'Malley may be the funniest man alive, actually.
But for real though, like I know for a fact our good friend
Hunter
Blarn,
does that shit, dude.
And he will probably watch an hour of something on TikTok or some shit or YouTube Shorts.
He'll say something about a movie, and I'm like,
"Yeah, that was pretty good."
I'll shake my head, and I'm like, because I know you didn't watch the fucking movie. You just watched the shorts, didn't you? Well, yeah.
No, it'll be like we'll be talking about did somebody bring up Requiem for a Dream the other day or something like some weird.
I've seen the clips.
Yeah, I've seen the clips. It's like, have you seen the movie?
Have you seen the movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
He watches those. He's one of those guys that watches the fucking the AI generated synopsises of movies. Like
this character,
this guy, this farmer woke up. Turns out he used to be an astronaut. He wakes up in a cornfield. There's blight everywhere. What happens next will shock you. That's the kind of shit that Hunter watches.
Yeah. And they would have what was a song called Time?
Oh yeah, it's a Hans Zimmer Time underneath it.
Fucking obnoxiously loud blasting over
bass boosting.
Yeah. Fucking with an AI voiceover. Why don't we should do that.
Yeah, good. Oh man, yeah. I just talked about how much I hate making shorts. I'm gonna start making the fucking
out of spite.
AI bass boosted.
Yeah.
Might as well, man. Fuck it. Make money off something.
Dude, my boss is so funny. Like, he'll use ChatGPT as a jumping off point for ideas and emails and stuff. And it's like, if you know what to type in ChatGPT, ask yourself that.
Yeah.
And then you do a think. And it's really crazy.
That makes my brain hurt.
Yeah. I need to write a SOP for receiving blah blah blah, and then it's like, how does GPT know how to receive a fucking truckload?
Because enough fucking dumbasses have put it in there and said, how do I do this? And ChatGPT takes all of those people's answers and goes, we can figure this out.
Yeah. But see, we do it one way, and it's always been the same. So it's like, ask me. But I digress. It's the AI thing's so
Dylan
funny.
Lundy, cheaper than AI.
I am. I mean, they're already paying me to be there.
True.
What's a couple questions while I'm there? But yeah, just...
So what kind of YouTube shorts you been watching, man?
Dude, okay. Funnily enough, to segue a little bit later on, I get random TV shows.
Same.
And I'll just get like a 30 seconds to 1 minute clip of a random TV show. Here's another little thing about me. I like Australian, anything Australian, the accent, the movies, the TV. Like if you have a professionally shot piece of footage and an Australian person's talking, I'm bought in. So my thing is with Australian people, with British people and American people, I can see a bad actor. I've never seen a bad Australian actor. I don't know if it's just because of the way it is over there or just the accent, just hook, line, and sinker, right?
That's how I am with Canadians, I think. Even though there's definitely a lot of bad Canadian actors.
Yeah.
But something about it, like, I used to watch Letterkenny religiously.
Yeah.
Just because I can't get enough of, like, a very thick Canadian accent.
Right. And I think that's kind of how I am with Australians, too.
Fair.
So I keep getting this same bald-headed, goateed son of a bitch right here. Throw up old Ray Shoesmith on the screen. And it's just clips of him doing stuff. And it's from a show called Mr. In Between. And I literally saw enough of those YouTube shorts
that made you go watch the show.
I'm going to buy Hulu. And I bought Hulu.
You bought a Hulu subscription.
And then I got the $9.99 with the ads. And I wanted to put my fist through my TV. Because I paid $10 for 3 ads on a 27-minute episode.
Holy shit.
I wanted to die. So then I upgraded. So now I'll pay $20 a month for Hulu just so I could watch Mr. In Between. And it's really good. You know? We can talk a little bit more about that stuff, but that's what I get. I get TV shows, and they just drip feed me just enough, and then I have to go buy a fucking streaming service.
Well, I'm glad that you've gotten something positive out of this because let me tell you what I get. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, we're looking in 2 different places.
Sure. You're
looking at your YouTube shorts as a guy that frequently surfs YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so
I love YouTube.
You're getting. Was this YouTube that you saw the Mr. In Between stuff on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting like a decent algorithm of what interests you because YouTube is a place where you specifically look up things that you're interested in and then it kind of builds the algorithm from there.
Yeah.
Now, my dumbass, I don't do that. I'd be scrolling the absolute purgatory that is Facebook.
No way.
So let me describe to you.
Hold on.
Let me describe to you in detail.
No, we're not going past this. You scroll like you just read Facebook Reels?
I'm like a 45-year-old woman, brother. I'm just scrolling Facebook.
Don't believe it.
I am my mother's son. Okay.
Yeah, you are. That's fair. Holy shit.
No, I do not. Okay. No. All right. Pause. Time out. Okay. I do not sit there and just like scroll through Facebook videos. I don't. Okay. I'm talking about just the regular feed, right? But, Facebook nowadays is like, here's a post from someone you know. Here's 6 fucking ads. Here's a post from a page that you liked 17 years ago. Here's 6 fucking ads. Here's a string of videos of the Facebook shorts. So I go and occasionally, as I'm getting bombarded with ads, it's like, fucking being on Facebook in 2025 is like taking your fucking nuts and shutting them in a car door. And you're like, why does this hurt so bad? Yeah. And someone's like, you could just stop shutting the door.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I can't do that. Sorry. I got to get to Facebook reels of shows that I have no desire to watch. Like, for instance, and I know we're building up here, and I've been building up to the punchline here. You know what I get more than anything in the world?
What's that?
I cannot make this up. I will show you. I guarantee you if I scroll long enough, I will find one right now. My Facebook algorithm thinks that I am interested in Young Sheldon.
Oh my god! There's no way.
young Sheldon, and its spinoff show. I don't even know what it's fucking called. There's a new one about his brother and his wife. I don't know. I don't want to watch Young Sheldon, man. I don't want to watch Young Sheldon.
You must be watching enough of these clips for
but
Facebook.
I can't click on them. I click on them, so it thinks that I want to keep watching it.
Yeah.
So then he just keeps giving me more clips. And I'm like, yeah, I know half the plot of Young Sheldon just through Facebook clips, man.
Wasn't the plot of Young Sheldon that's a little kid?
Yeah, Bazinga, dude. I don't know.
Bazinga. I mean, like, that's...
It's Bazinga, but tiny. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Jesus fuck, dude.
Yeah, so...
You live outside of God's sight.
There is no God. God's light does not touch this earth that I roam upon, brother.
Jesus God, dude. See, I get like woodworking content, machining content.
I get like food.
I get a lot of food.
I get a lot of food.
And I think what it is, I watch a bunch of Andy Cooks, and he's
Australian.
He's a Kiwi,
yeah.
living in Australia.
Or is it Kiwi? Yeah.
He's Kiwi in Australia.
Sorry. I know it's different. I'm sorry.
Andy Cooks, you're welcome on the couch.
Nah, dude, cool fucking guy.
Did you see what he just posted, by the way?
No.
Collab with Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry made.
Oh yeah, he made chili. Yeah.
That's with Andy Cooks. But yeah, so I guess I just watch enough Australian shit. I also used to watch cold ones every now and again.
Yeah.
So it's like, here, take this random, like, well-rated FX Australian shot.
Sure.
It's like, all right, cool.
I'm not watching Young Sheldon, man. I'm not doing it.
Hey, you don't need to. You done seen it.
You're right.
See, like...
It's called George and Mandy, by the way. The other show. It's like...
So it's a spinoff of a spinoff.
Yes, because you got Big Bang Theory, and then you got Young Sheldon, which is the prequel. And then you've got George and Mandy something. I don't know what it's called. I actually don't know what it's called. I remember the names vague enough. I know that the fucking Mandy is played by the girl from Hannah Montana. That's not Miley Cyrus. The other one. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what this says about me. Okay.
So my favorite thing, like, to you know, what's the word? Daisy chain off of that idea.
Sure.
When I do watch these clips.
Yeah.
And then you go to, like, the comments.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that Ray sure showed him or something like that.
Dude.
And people are like commenting, like, it's like, I don't go to Facebook, man. Find a fucking Facebook group. Why are you on YouTube Shorts, like, cheering on the guys? Like,
I mean, that's better.
Oh, man, he really fucked those guys up.
I mean, I guess it's better.
Coming.
It's better than the comments I'm seeing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because if I click comments, it just goes, what's the name of the show? That is link please, link sauce, link, and then it's like 16 like fucking bots from India saying click here, watchtv.com.
Yeah, that is also the top. Name a show, even though it's always in the hashtags on YouTube, or I'm sure, you know, or something, like, it's always show? With like 1,000 comments.
Is this a movie or TV?
So the issue with this is, I didn't know it was called Mr. In Between the first couple of clips I saw. You go show and you click on it, and it's Darude Sandstorm, and
dude,
it's
classic. Honestly.
Yeah. It's like whatever it isn't. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So you have to. There's like 600 comments on the top comment that says show, and it's 599 trolls, and then you see one thing that looks like it could be a serious name, and you Google that, and that's how you find these show clips.
See, now lately, I've peaked. I've gotten through the Young Sheldon slog. I finally pushed through. I haven't seen one in a minute. Now that I'm talking about it, my phone is here. Yeah, it's gonna hear me talking about it. It's gonna start showing. Bazinga. It's gonna start showing me more of it. But here lately, it has been inflicting psychic damage on me because it's going, hey man, you know what you haven't watched in a while? How I Met Your Mother. It's just giving me How I Met Your Mother clips. And unfortunately for me, I'll be watching How I Met Your Mother. Dude, that is no shit. That is probably the single TV show that I have seen the most times.
That's crazy.
I've watched the entire show. I've watched the entirety of How I Met Your Mother at least 7 to 10 times.
You couldn't waterboard that shit out of me.
I'm brain dead.
Like,
I know.
My thing with that show is, like, everybody loves that show. I say everybody. There's a lot of love for that show, and I don't think I've seen a single episode. And every time I see Neil Patrick Harris's face,
oh, he's so punchable.
Yeah,
kill him with a rock.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So that's the issue with that show for me. It's like I literally can't get past Neil Patrick Harris, and I've never watched it growing up, so I have like no connection to it, and I feel like it's just going to be problematic these days.
It has aged both better and worse than I thought it would, because I do rewatch it probably every couple of years. Because of bullshit like this, because it'll just pop up and it'll be like, oh, yeah.
So you watch it whole, like...
Watch the whole fucking thing.
How many episodes or seasons?
It's 9 seasons. It's 22 episodes a season. They're 30-minute episodes.
I watched 26 episodes in 3 seasons for Mystery in Between, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
You do that every season.
Yeah. They go by fast. I might do it again here soon.
Okay. Continue. Before I lose it.
Okay. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good. You should watch it.
No. I won't be doing that.
But no, here's the thing, though. I understand being like, fuck, like, I just want to punch Neil Patrick Harris in the face. Mm-hmm. You should. Like, he's not, like, I guess he's likable in the way a sitcom character is likable.
Yeah.
But, like, it's one of those shows where, like, I think that people miss the fact that, like, everybody's a bad person. Like, right. Ted Mosby, the main character, is, like, notoriously, like, you know, like, doo-doo, dog shit. There's only one, like, objective, good, like, moral person in the cast of that show, and that's Marshall. That's the guy that Jason Segel plays. Everyone else is kind of a shithead. Yeah. But that's what leads to, like, the plot being funny. But, like, there's some, I don't know, man. It gets me. There's some just really funny shit that happens in that show. It is the best version of that, like, Friends formula to me. My partner just got done watching Friends.
So, I got one thing to say. I used to think Friends was funny. I watched it when they put it on Netflix again. Yeah. I'm like,
what did I laugh at?
Well, it's one of those shows where when you take the laugh track out, Ross looks like a serial murderer.
Dude, he's like one of the worst characters in sitcom history.
I don't want to be this guy. I'm sure David Schwimmer is like a nice enough dude, maybe. I think the only time I've seen him and I've like believed him as a character is in Band of Brothers, where he's just an incompetent idiot. Yeah. And he kind of looks like an incompetent idiot. So it's like you see Ross and then you see, I'm sure he's played one more character of anything, but like.
The only things I know David Schwimmer from, well, 4 things. Ross, Band of Brothers, the giraffe from Madagascar, and the actual good cool role is there was you had Argroves. Did you take German? No. Did you ever watch that movie Uprising? Did he ever make you guys watch that?
Probably not.
We had to watch this movie in German. I think it was a movie. It may have been like a miniseries because it was like a really fucking long movie. Like, we watched it for like 2 weeks straight. Feels like. So maybe it was a miniseries, or maybe my perception of time as a teenager just was like. Anyway, movie's called Uprising, I believe, and it was really good, and it was about really dark, sad, World War II era movie about the Warsaw ghettos. And
that's what I figured you were going to say.
Yeah, it was about the Warsaw ghettos and like the Jewish community that like revolted, and like it's about the like that resistance, and like it shows them like tying like there's a couple of scenes that like stick out in my mind where they're like fighting back and they're like doing whatever they can to do it, and they like tie like ropes and like bed sheets together to like tie off the top of the roof and like sit there and like swing off of the roofs and like are just like chunking Molotovs at tanks and shit. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
But David Schwimmer's in that. So is Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria does a lot of voices for The Simpsons.
I don't watch The Simpsons.
I don't know. Anyway, a couple other people.
Yeah.
Pretty good movie.
Hell yeah.
It's the only other thing that I remember him in.
Did you see David Schwimmer's in a new
Goosebumps?
Yeah, that's what it was. I was about to say. It was something where he's like playing like a weirdo, which look at the guy. Uh-oh.
I don't want to assume. I'm just saying, as someone who just had to sit through a lot of Friends.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Friends.
As someone who just had to sit through a lot of Friends, if you if you're a fan of Friends and you come up to me and you tell me that you think Ross is a good person, I'm going to hit you with a brick.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks more than Ted Mosby. He sucks more than most main characters from those shows.
Yeah.
Doo-doo dog shit. Rachel should not have gotten off the plane. All right?
Yeah.
I hate that I have any knowledge of Friends in here, but it happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The only thing good that happened out of Friends was
Courtney Cox.
God bless America. But the guy that died, Chandler Bing.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Perry.
Yeah. Awesome.
He's
the funniest part of the show.
Yeah.
I think, consistently.
Him and Matt LeBlanc is also somebody who was in one thing.
Yeah.
And
poor guy. Because he's goofy, but I mean, I will say, like, I'm dog fucking walking all over Friends and talking pee-pee and poo-pooing all over it, but, like, pretty much every scene with Chandler was, like, every time he popped up on the screen, even offhand, I'm, like, typing on my computer or something, and I hear something, and I just go, huh.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Never failed.
Yeah, he was
he had the sauce.
Yeah. I used to watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah, that's a good.
I don't think it is anymore, though.
Oh, probably not. I haven't seen it in forever.
That's another one where it's like I think every sitcom I used to watch, I would probably die if I try to watch it more than like one episode of it. You know what I mean?
There's a couple of sitcoms that have stood the test of time for me. Like,
I had the box set of Everybody Loves Raymond. I used to watch that bitch. That's
your How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, that's the hill I'll die on.
Really?
Even though I don't like it anymore, but
I don't know. Maybe you should watch it. Maybe it's time.
Ray Romano, if I have to hear that voice anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so don't watch bullshit like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, don't do it. Watch Young Sheldon.
Yeah, watch Young Sheldon. No, watch Mr. In Between. So you can binge it in a day.
So what is Mr. In Between about?
All right.
Haven't gotten you've told me about it. You told me it's good.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's about.
Mr. In Between is about a fella named Ray Shoesmith, who is the way they call him, he's like a criminal for hire.
Yeah.
Man's a hitman. He kills people for money. So
he's based.
Yeah. So he works for a guy, and he's basically just given jobs. He's like a freelancer almost, and he kills people in various ways. He's pretty much like a bad motherfucker. There's certain things I don't agree with. Like the show kind of like makes like a libtard. It's kind of giving like the Sopranos thing where like he has to go to anger management class.
Okay.
He punched somebody out and a cop saw it.
Yeah.
Just like some dickhead punched him out. So he has to go to anger management. And the libtard guy who runs it is like, violence isn't an answer. And he's like, well, what about World War II? And you're like supposed to be like, yeah, sometimes you got to kill people. Like, it's some of the messaging I think you're supposed to see his headspace, but like not agree with him. Hopefully, because I believe some of those people in the YouTube comments.
Oh hell yeah, you showed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Jesus. But he's called Mr. In Between because it cuts like literally entire episodes where it's nothing but some crazy heist or he gets paid to kill somebody, blah blah blah. And then the next episode will be him dating his new girlfriend and navigating a 8-year-old kid that's growing up that he has split custody with his wife. And like the daughter asks, like, is Santa real? He's like, no. He's like, is Jesus real? He's like, maybe. And then the wife comes to the car the next time he comes to pick her up. Is like, we're raising her Christian. You know, like so he's like a divorced dad.
Okay.
Who's also a killer on the side.
That's awesome.
So, and it's only 3 seasons. God, only 3 episodes. Only 3 seasons, and it's like, what is that? Maybe 15 hours total.
Yeah.
Like you can watch it in 2 days if you really want to binge something. But yeah, it's just like, but everything that happens, there's like consequence, all the way to the very last shot of the show. And I will say, it's got one of the most iconic endings. You might have seen it. He's like, 2 guys are like pressing him. Like he's quit the life. He's like doing some stuff. And 2 guys are pressing him. And he starts like, he's got like a characteristic sort of smile. And he smiles at them. The camera's over, like if I'm him and you're the guy, the camera's over his shoulder. and he like cuts his eyes to it, and that song that goes run, bam, bum, 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 bum. You know that song starts playing.
Okay.
And it's like a cut, like a look to camera for like a quarter of a second, and then that drop happens. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's the end of the show?
Boy. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
And it was only supposed to be 3 seasons. Like it wraps up his story. It's a concise thing. It's not one of those Yellow Jackets, which we will talk about momentarily, where it just strings you along. What do they call that? Like mystery box television.
So
if you like Australian people and
sure.
you like seeing a lot of bang, bang, bang and some crazy shit.
I do like a lot of that.
It's funny as shit. It'll make you cry. I laughed and cried a bunch. It's very good. Very potent little show for 26 episodes.
And all it cost you is
my sanity and $20. Yeah.
Hulu.
Fucking Hulu. For $95, by the way, you can get Disney, Hulu, ESPN with ads.
For $95?
Yeah.
What, for like a year?
I don't know, maybe a month.
No, it's not a month. Okay. It's not a month. I know it's not a month because for a month you can get, hear me out, because I thought about doing this because I was trying to save some money. Hulu, Disney Plus, Max with ads for $15 a month. Pretty good deal. Almost worth sucking it up for the ads.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
are they all 3 with ads or just
all
Max?
3 with ads? yeah, all 3 with ads.
No thanks.
I mean,
I'm good.
Car door, balls every time.
Yeah.
Why am I paying for Disney Plus? Shit sucks.
Yeah. Shit from an ass, apparently.
Yeah, like, dude, how are you letting Netflix outsteeze you, dude? Speaking of Netflix outsteezing Disney Plus, I watched the new Daredevil.
Yeah. And my thing is, I saw it with like Vincent D'Onofrio again. I'm like, isn't he? You know. But
well, it's all the same people. So it's Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Wall, Eldon Henson, like, you know, fucking Matt, Karen, Foggy, Kingpin, you name it. They're all there. It's just, it's noticeable how bad the production quality is versus the Netflix show. Like, the Netflix show looks so good. There's some, like, undeniable steez going on there. It's because the first season is Drew Goddard. Shout out Drew Goddard. Shout out Lost. Shout out Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves. That was Matt Reeves, not Drew Goddard. When Drew Goddard wrote it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole. My brain's short-circuiting. I've been playing too much fucking Sentinel.
Oh my god. He's off the deep end, boys. Commit him.
Put me in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
I know too many people's names. I read Wikipedia too much. Anyway,
Wikipedia about a ham sandwich while eating a ham sandwich.
That's me. That is me. I am that post, man.
Yeah.
I do be reading about ham. Who invented sliced turkey? You know,
some idiot with a knife.
True.
We want to get technical.
So, Daredevil, Netflix, good. Daredevil, Netflix season 2. The Frank Castle stuff's good. The Elektra stuff's, you know, whatever. Daredevil season 3, great. Daredevil Born Again. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's CGI in the first like 5 minutes, and it looks so bad. I'm gonna see if I can find a GIF of it or something and just go like, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And there's also like a fight scene in the first like 5-10 minutes. There's like fog or like smoke grenades going off, and it is very clearly CGI smoke. Why?
Yeah.
Why not just use real smoke? Why not just use a real camera?
Yeah.
Why are we green screening smoke?
Yeah.
You're Disney. You have more money than God. You couldn't spare, please, a smidgen for a fight coordinator?
So has it gone full circle to where it's like The Boys, where the Vought Entertainment, where the movies are so bad and cheesy?
Yeah, it's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they've got trillions of dollars, but they just pump out.
The only reason I'm going to keep my Disney Plus subscription, the only reason, mark my words, Disney, is the next month we get season 2 of Andor.
Okay.
Which is, by the grace of God, the coolest thing Star Wars has ever done.
We talked about it.
We talked about how cool that is. Yeah. Well, second season's coming out. Get on board. I'm telling you, it's fucking good. I know what you're thinking, but again, it's Star Wars. It's good. All right. Tony Gilroy. Yeah, I need you to build a Star Wars, mate. Yeah. Tony Gilroy is goated. What he's doing with that show is illegal. I don't know how he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
You should not be able to make something that good on a platform like Disney Plus. What else have we been watching?
Well, so
we could talk about shows that we are trying to watch but are not finishing.
Yeah, I was about to say I've fallen prey. So the only reason I know about Daredevil is because while I was getting bombarded with ads during Mr. In Between, every ad, it'd be like 2 or 3 ads.
Yeah.
It'd always start with a Disney Plus Daredevil ad. And I'm just like, please. I'm not going to get Disney Plus. I'm already spending $10 to watch this.
I'll let you borrow mine if you're really curious.
Yeah, well, not really. But you know what did get me is whenever you start up Netflix and the Yellow Jackets, like little teaser starts playing, started watching Yellow Jackets.
So you watched all of what, the first season?
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen the pilot, and that's it. I watched the pilot when it came out, when it was on Showtime.
Yeah.
I was just at a friend's house, and I don't remember why we ended up watching it just cause, but I think she was just like, I saw a trailer for this. It sounds kind of cool. And I was like, oh yeah, it looks kind of cool. We ended up watching the first episode. I was like, hey, that's really good. And then it was like, you can watch episode 2 if you pay for Showtime. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just never watching the show again. But now it's on Netflix.
Season 1 is. If you want to watch season 2 and 3, you have to get Paramount Plus.
Oh, I have Paramount Plus.
Oh, well, then you can watch all of it. So you should watch it. Because
I am interested in it.
I've watched the first season, so I fucked myself. I don't usually get on the internet. I'm not like a very internet type of dude, but I do be on Reddit sometimes. Well, look. Okay.
I don't be on the internet, but I do be on Reddit.
Well,
Dylan Lundy. I be on Reddit sometimes.
So here's the thing. I was watching it, and I had a question about one of the actresses.
Which one?
Natalie, the older. You know, it jumps back and forth.
Juliette Lewis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was seeing
Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So I'm like,
Natural Born Killers.
And I was like, well, first off, I was also kind of like looking like I don't like her as Natalie, I guess. So I was kind of like seeing if I'm just crazy. Sometimes I'll watch a show and I'll be like, am I crazy? And I'll like look something up.
Her character is also, the younger version is, what's her name? Sophie Thatcher?
Sure.
Wolf cut, blonde hair.
Yeah.
Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't like her so much as the older version of her. I know drugs and alcohol and all the stuff that went on with that, but I was like, I don't really buy her as the older version of her. So I just like looked up on the internet about her actress, and then I clicked on her one Reddit tab, and now I get like the Yellow Jackets Reddit suggested thing, and I clicked on one of them, I didn't even click on it. You just see it on your notifications.
Yeah.
And it says, season 2 is fucking dog shit. And then you're like, fuck. And then you see season 3 is doubling down on what made season 2. No, fuck.
No, please.
I love this show. It's so good. So I'm like at this impasse where I was like, is everybody just a whiny bitch baby?
Or
is it bad? Right. So I'm going to start watching season 2 eventually. But I did like fucking eat the fuck up out of the first season. I watched it in like less than a week. So.
Oh, yeah. So as someone who has almost zero context about anything that happens in the show, I know a little bit, the basic premise. Like I said, I saw the pilot.
Yeah.
I think that the common complaint that I see for seasons 2 and I guess now 3 is like the good part of the show, the part that people really want to see the most of, is the younger plane crash years, like the actual them in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the good part, and all of the like current day stuff is like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that the further the show goes, you're getting more and more and more of the current day stuff, and they're kind of running out of stuff to talk about in the woods.
Which I get, because like just as a general synopsis. The girls' nationals soccer team crashes basically like in the Canadian Rockies.
Yeah.
Like they talk about they're like really far north. They're going to like Canada, so they're like, top of U.S., bottom of Canada area, middle of nowhere, and they make a specific point to say 19 months. They were gone for 19 months.
Yeah.
How do you fill 19 months of time? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, how do you, like, which on one hand you think, oh, well, surely they got into a lot of stuff. But then, like, in the first season, they're like almost a year into it or like 6 to 9 months into it.
Yeah.
So it's like they're kind of moving through the early part of the plane crash stuff. And then by the end of the first season, it is more of a thriller of like what's going on with the older ones.
Sure.
And then there's like the big like cliffhanger at the end of the season, which is like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
we'll just watch the second season, man.
Yeah, I will. But
if it's bad, it's bad.
To be fair, I do like the older stuff. I love Shauna's character.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Is that the one that's played by Melanie?
Yes.
What's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, mama. I love her. I don't know why. Like
wasn't she in 2.5 Men? Wasn't
sure.
she? Am I right? Future Gabe, wasn't she the crazy Rose from 2.5 Men? Maybe I'm right. I think I'm right.
I mean, I don't put it past you.
I know people on Twitter are being like people like quote tweeting like pictures of her from like the red carpet and being like she's married to somebody who's also famous. I can't remember his name, but they're like adding him and was like, "Do you know how to fight? Can you fight? Can you fight?" And he's like, "Yes, I can." And he like posted a video of him doing like karate and shit. I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
Yeah.
And it was like him like can't believe I'm having to fight fucking lesbians on Twitter for my wife.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, she's great. Her whole storyline stuff. I mean, it's a good show.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep watching it. But season 1, like even if it ends season 1, the cliffhanger happens and then you just turn it off. It's worth
it.
9 or 10 episodes, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was looking it up because I am interested in it. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment that I'm trying to push through, but I will get to it eventually because I do want to watch it. So, maybe once you push through seasons 2 and 3, maybe whenever season 3 wraps up, I will have watched it too, and we can do a Yellow Jackets video.
Yeah.
Pretty
it's
cool.
scheduled for 5. The showrunners want 5.
Yeah, 5.
But with the reception,
yeah,
it's on Paramount Plus, and I think Paramount Plus puts out a bunch of dog shit Star Trek stuff.
It's true.
So like,
make people eat that up.
Yeah. So maybe
it'll make
it
to 5.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Even bad press is people talking about it.
Yeah.
Therefore, people will watch it.
Yeah. So yeah, I would like to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on my list. Things that I do want to watch soon. Right now, well, okay. So after the passing of David Lynch, I decided to rewatch Twin Peaks, which, like, top 10 best shows ever made. Period. It's incredible. I had seen it a long time ago. Like, I'm talking over 10 years ago. Easy. Yeah. I barely remembered any of it. Watching it all again felt like watching it for the first time, like with a new lens. I watched the first 2 seasons in like a matter of a couple of days, which those are like all like pretty long episodes, and I really trucked through that shit. I was locked in.
Yeah.
To Twin Peaks. Probably watched the first 2 seasons in like less than 2 weeks, maybe. Rewatched the movie Fire Walk with Me, which, man.
Yeah.
I think might be now, like, after seeing it again, one of my favorite movies like ever made. It's unbelievable how good it is. I watched The Missing Pieces, which is like a whole like hour and a half like movie of deleted scenes from Fire Walk with Me. Awesome. I want to see a cut where you just take all of that and put it into like a 4-hour movie because it would work. It doesn't even feel like it would be that long. How good it would flow. But here's the thing. I watched it because I wanted to watch The Return, which is the 3rd season of Twin Peaks, came out in 2017. That I did not. I've never seen it, so I wanted to watch The Return because I've never seen it, and finally got to watching it. I was like, all right, baby, new Twin Peaks. Never seen it. It's goated. I'm riding the high of watching Fire Walk with Me. I start watching it. I've gotten maybe 5 or 6 episodes in, and I can't do it.
Damn.
It's not that it's bad.
Are you burned out on it?
Well, that's my thing. That's why I'm kind of taking a break for a second, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm burned out or it's like, I think part of my problem is it really is just a personal issue. Is like every time I was trying to watch an episode of The Return, it was like right after I got off work, and it might be a night that I like closed or was like a mid shift, so it's pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about The Return that's different than the original is it's more David Lynch than the original is.
Yeah.
So it's even weirder, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, there's entire, like, 15, 20 minutes where there's, like, no dialogue, no background music. It's just, like, almost silent. Like, just barely any noise at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, very slow-paced. Very slow. It's 18 fucking episodes. And every episode's, like, an hour and some change sometimes.
Damn.
Like, it's long.
Yeah.
But because of the pace, I can't. As soon as I start to kind of keep up with it, I fall asleep. And then the thing about it is there's so many fucking characters. Like he's introducing a new character like every episode.
Right.
Like people that were not in the original. You're getting glimpses of old cast members every now and then, but mostly it's an entirely original show. And at the beginning of it, at least the part that I'm at, it's so disjointed and like there's so many different things going on that you don't really see the common through line, how it's connected. So
right.
I'm sure I've heard that people will say The Return is a masterpiece. They're like, it's incredible. It's amazing. So I'm going to get to the point where it's going to click and I'm going to be fine. But I just got to get there.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I took a break. So now I'm watching, I've watched a fuckload of movies lately. But I'm watching Severance.
Yeah,
because everyone's crazy about Severance, so I'm watching Severance. Severance is also kind of slow. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep the last episode I watched because it's the same reason. But I'm gonna push through. It's a shorter show. I want to be caught up with the discourse because everyone's talking about it. The second season's currently airing. I really fuck with it. I like the idea of it a lot. It is gorgeously shot. Like it is. I hear Apple TV as a whole, because it's an Apple TV original. Apple TV as a whole seems like it's like a streaming service where like you're getting a lot of talent going over there. A lot of like major Hollywood actors are taking like Apple TV deals to do shows that like no one's watching because they're not promoting them very well.
Yeah.
The only thing on Apple TV that like I feel like gets any promo is Severance.
Yeah. It's like the big one right now.
It's like the flagship show for that entire platform.
Yeah.
But it seems like fucking everybody's on there doing something. And from what I understand is like most of those shows are really good. So like trying to watch Severance. Eventually I want to watch Silo, which has Rebecca Ferguson in it. It's based off of these like sci-fi books that are apparently like really, really good. The show's good.
Yeah, I've seen some clips, I think.
What else? I think that's about it for right now. Severance, and then I want to try to finish Twin Peaks Return. Yeah,
I've got Paramount Plus and fucking Hulu I'm paying for. Might as well.
Might as well
use them.
Might as well. See, that's why I want you Paramount Plus. I want you to watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
But it'd be like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working my way through Twin Peaks. I'm a few episodes in, but then I'm like, it's taking me this long to watch a few episodes, and I'm like, got like 100 of these bastards to go.
It's not that long. You can truck through it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, but you also like put it on your second monitor and like consumed it pretty passively after a certain point.
Yeah, there's a certain point where it gets kind of like...
I can't even watch a YouTube video on my second monitor without having to like go back every 10 seconds to like, see what I missed.
True, yeah.
But yeah, I'll get through it. Or I'll just do the Cliff Notes and then I'll just watch Fire Walk With Me and then I'll just watch The Return.
Brother, you will enjoy it. I swear to God, if you skip the original show and watch The Return...
I think is it 2 seasons or 3 for the original?
2.
I will probably watch all of season 1 and enough of season 2 until I get really, really bored during the weird parts.
Yeah.
And then I'll go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a like infograph of, I think I even sent it to you, of like, here's the good parts, here's the mid parts, here's the bad parts, here's the really good parts.
Yeah.
kind of shows you. I don't think that as a first watch you should just skip any of it. Because even on rewatch, even some of the bad parts, like, it really didn't feel like it dragged out that long. And there's some of the bad parts that people universally talk about, like, what the fuck were they thinking with this? That unpopular opinion on second watch, some of those are pretty good. Yeah. Like, there's a whole subplot where there's a character that I won't say who or how or why, but there is a character that basically loses their mind and like thinks that he is Robert E. Lee and gets really into Civil War reenactment. And people talk about it like it's like one of the worst plots in the show. It is one of the funniest fucking things I have seen in a long time. I cannot believe that aired on television. Right. It is so stupid, but it is so fucking funny.
That's wild.
I am a strong defender of the Civil War arc.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm a fucking strong Confederate
state
defender.
Rights, yeah. But yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been watching. I've been kind of like working, unfortunately.
Yeah, same.
And gaming.
Doing a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing a lot of gaming. I've been doing a lot of watching movies. Speaking of Yellow Jackets, I watched Companion. Once saw Companion. Shout out Companion.
Nice.
Was a pretty good movie. I think you would really enjoy it. Stars Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets. It's got Jack Quaid. It's so funny that it's one of those movies where they definitely gave the premise away in the trailer, and they shouldn't have. Because I think if it was a movie that you went into completely blind and had no idea what any of it was about, you'd be like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
But I think if you go in, I mean, even if you go in knowing it's still pretty good, but it's like predictable.
Yeah.
It was definitely meant to have that twist of, hey, this is about basically a person's like jailbroken sex robot.
Oh, well, you just spoiled it for me.
It's in the trailer, man.
I haven't watched the trailer.
I'm so sorry. There is more to it than that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than that. But if you didn't know that she was a robot, which here's the thing. Now
in the first trailer, I did notice. I was like, okay, this is weird because she like does the fire.
The thing, yeah.
So yeah.
But here's the thing. Unfortunately, now it's on digital, and I think it's about to be. I think they're already about to put it on streaming, and like the fucking like posters that they're using, like literally shows you that she's a robot.
Oh, okay.
So like it's on the it's like on the marketing.
Right. I would have noticed seen it if I
would. You would. Yeah. You would. If you go to click on it, you're gonna see the picture of her with the fucking robot eyes, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it sucks, but yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Good movie though.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
I saw. Funny enough that like this is the second movie with her in it that I've seen in the last couple months that I was like, damn, it's really good. So I'm really excited to see more of her just in general.
Yeah,
she's really good in that. She was also in the movie Heretic. I went and saw that in November with Hugh Grant. I think we talked about that, or I think I talked about it in the video. Really liked Heretic. Really liked Companion. I don't know. Let me check my Letterboxd. I'm a Letterboxd.
Speaking of Apple Plus, you watched The Gorge.
I did watch The Gorge. Yeah. That movie fucking rocked. Yeah. Like, I mean, I say fucking rocked. I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's like a really good B movie. You know, I would have loved to have read like the spec script for it, because like it doesn't really know what it wants to be like half of the movie. The first like half is like almost like a rom-com in a way, and then it takes a hard turn into like CGI heavy action thriller. And there's just a lot of twists and turns in the plot. I think I told you this, and I know I put it in my like Letterboxd review when I typed it up. It was like, I've never seen a movie that feels more like a video game. Like it should just be a game.
Right.
And it feels very specifically like a fucking like third person action shooter on like the PS4.
I was about to say, is it like a Helldivers?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like
It's
like a fucking like a hell
like if you
divers.
took the hell diver, because isn't it like a pit to hell? Like they're not spoiled if it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
but
that's what they
it's
kind of say in the trailer.
yeah,
Is
it's
like
like
they think it might
literally
be the gates to hell or
yeah,
something. It feels like a
John Q
if it,
hell diver.
yeah, if it was a game, it would be like a game with like a Helldivers gameplay or like The Division
Yeah,
or like oh man, I don't even know.
I know what you're saying though. Yeah,
But like very like
dude, what if they
Tom Clancy's The
what if they
Gorge.
made a game off of the movie? Like,
Oh, it would be sick. It
yeah,
would be a cool game. But
it'd
the
just
thing
be
is,
funny because it's like this feels like a video game, and they're like,
write that down.
yeah,
Well, and here's the thing. I type that up and oh shit. I literally go. I always do this. I'll go on Letterboxd when I'm about to watch a movie, and I don't want to see a review, but I just want to see the spread, the point spread of like where the ratings are sitting,
mm-hmm.
and then after I rate it, then I'll go in and start just like scrolling reviews when I get done.
Yeah.
Of the top like 20 reviews, at least 5 of them had someone be like, "This shit feels like a video game," and I was like, "Okay, I'm not alone in thinking this." So like, okay, we're cooking here. Some Ubisoft. This look has your name written all over
literally,
it.
yeah.
Like it looks like a fucking Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
Go here, collect thing. Go here, collect thing.
Yeah.
But like literally, no shit. I need you to watch it. I need someone to watch this movie because there are parts of that where it's like, I swear to God, I can see the QTE.
I was about to say, is it like the Doom movie where they like they take like over the shoulder, or is they go like first person for a second? Or,
They don't do anything like that.
Not like that, but it looks like some of the shots look like it was like recreated from a scene in the video game.
Well, yeah,
like Uncharted or something like
yeah. There's
a
like
QT, like
there's
you're talking about.
okay. There's a couple parts where they're like ducking under, like trying to be like stealthy and like ducking under like stuff and like moving through stuff. And I'm like, is this the fucking Last of Us?
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean.
It's very
it looks like it's like paying homage.
I could see an Uncharted or Last of Us, like where they're like it's like a very cinematic, but you can see at the very bottom of the screen, it's got like the stick moving. Yeah. Someone edit that on there.
Yeah.
But really good. Anya Taylor-Joy, Miles Teller.
I didn't realize Miles Teller was in there.
He's the main guy in it. So it's really, most of the movie is just the two of them.
Yeah.
There is another person of note that I could tell you is in it, but I won't. I will leave it as a surprise. It's not really like a big surprise. She's at the very beginning of the movie, but like
I've narrowed it down 50%. I'm on to you, boy.
Calculating. But I will say
the Dame Judi Dench. Wait, is she dead?
Judi Dench? No, you are. Well, I guess that's not really that close. I was gonna say you're dangerously close, but like
Meryl Streep.
You're no. Okay, here's the thing. I'm almost curious now. Let's see. I want you to think about, because you might, it might click in your head. I'm gonna make a genre movie, like a sci-fi movie, and I'm gonna stick a random older actress in this, and as like a almost cameo way. Next guess.
Laura Dern.
No, you're getting warmer though. You're getting really warm. All right, I want you to think. Older woman. Famous for being in a sci-fi movie.
White
woman. White woman.
Famous for being in a sci-fi movie.
She feels like she pops up in genre-related movies all the time.
I don't know.
It's Sigourney Weaver.
Oh my God! Of course, it's Sigourney Weaver.
It's Sigourney Weaver.
See, in my mind, like this is how fucked I am. I don't think she's an old lady, even though she's got to be 70 or whatever.
Yeah, she's
60,
up there. I mean, she looks good for her age.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I always, when you say Sigourney Weaver, see, when I think of Laura Dern or like the Dame Judi Dench, white hair or thinner hair, whatever, older looking. They look like old regal. They're beautiful ladies. Let's not,
I think Laura Dern and Sigourney Weaver might be like the same age.
That's what I'm saying. But in my mind,
or honestly, I think Laura Dern is younger than Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But in my mind,
yeah, true.
Because to be fair, the last time I've seen Sigourney Weaver was when she played that purple or pink haired lady
in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's like the most recent thing I remember from her. So it could just be a me thing. Damn. Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy, and Miles
Teller.
Teller.
Those are like the main three people in the movie.
That's wild.
It's a good movie.
Because I just saw something the other day. It's like B movies back in the day would have, who was it? It was like Matthew McConaughey, the dude that plays his damn detective, and Woody Harrelson, I think, and like Jude Law or something, about a movie where like U.S. Army soldiers fight dragons. Whatever that movie, Reign of Fire.
Yeah.
It's like three, like Christian Bale. It was Christian Bale was one of them.
Christian Bale, yeah.
But it's like they list like three like A-list actors now. Obviously, I don't think they were that A-list back then. But I just saw something talking about, man, back in the day.
That's a good comparison for The Gorge.
Yeah.
The Gorge is like a Reign of Fire.
Because you don't see that.
Movie.
You don't see like a B movie with like names in it.
Big production value.
Or you don't see like good like currently like well-known actors. Like you will see like older people or like God bless his soul, but like a Bruce Willis doing all that stuff.
Yeah, but those aren't even like quality like B movies. Though.
Right.
Those are like
shit.
fucking. What's the name of the one company that does like all the fake knockoff movies?
Asylum.
Yeah, The Gorge.
Yeah.
A cool little B movie. Feels like a throwback in a way, but also feels like a fucking Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Sweet.
It's not. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you go buy an Apple Plus subscription, but if you know somebody you can bum one off of, like I do,
well, I've got to have one for Severance. So
while you're there, watch The Gorge.
yeah, I'm about to say as a little treat.
In between episodes of Severance, and you're like, huh, what? Watch The Gorge.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Sounds good.
But here's the thing about The Gorge. Before we move on, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I mean, I like this a lot more than I thought I was going to. And I look it up, and it's a Scott Derrickson movie. Scott Derrickson, he did Sinister, he did The Black Phone, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty good director.
Yeah.
So it makes a little bit of sense that, it was good.
Yeah. Cool. Check it out.
I watched a couple. I'll try to get real into my cinema bag, and I watched a couple of Wong Kar-wai movies.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Yeah, it's like a really, really highly regarded director of like Hong Kong cinema. I watched a couple of his movies, and they were fantastic. I watched Chungking Express and Fallen Angels. I don't know if you've heard of either one of those.
No.
You would like them?
Yeah.
Very just vibes. Chungking Express both of them are like, the reason I watched those specifically together is apparently Chungking Express was supposed to be an anthology movie with like 3 different stories. But he took one of them out and just turned that into Fallen Angels and added like another story to it. They're both like anthology movies where it's like 2 different stories going on. With Chungking, it's like 2 separate stories pretty much completely. With Fallen Angels, it's like 2 stories that overlap with each other and turn into one story by the end of it. Chungking Express is just like a nice Chinese rom-com, you know? Well, not really calm. It's not really funny. It's just a nice like romance movie. But aesthetically, one of the best things I've ever laid my eyes on.
Oh yeah.
Like the colors in that movie, not to be like fucking one of these guys about cinematography, but like, oh my god,
yeah,
oh my god, dude, just stills, like just pictures from this movie.
Yeah,
you look at it and you're like, god damn, it looks good.
Yeah.
And then the same thing, you can say the same thing about Fallen Angels. Fallen Angels is like almost like the flip side of that coin. It's a lot like, it's still gorgeous, but it's like a lot grimier because it's about like crime kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's also like a love story, but it also like, some people say it's like Wong Kar-wai's like take on doing a John Woo movie because occasionally it's about like one of the main characters is like a hitman, and it occasionally just turns into like very over the top gunplay, like very like hyper zoomed in, like like the John Woo thing where they're like holding their arms. It feels like they're holding their arms out longer than they should be with the gun barrels extending and just yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Where
do you watch it at?
I watched them both on HBO Max.
I don't think I got that one.
You on Max?
I might. I have to dig. God, dude. I've got so many apps downloaded on my phone.
Yeah. I watched both of those on Max. I highly recommend it. If you're gonna watch one, I think you would probably like Fallen Angels more. I liked Fallen Angels more, but I also think that watching Chungking Express before watching it is pretty good. There's an actor that is in both of them, playing two different characters, but he makes a reference to Chungking Express.
That's what I was about to say. Like, are they like same universe?
No, they don't take place in the same universe.
Okay.
Well, they might. I mean,
oh well, you just said he makes a reference, so I thought you were.
He makes a reference not like to something that happens. He makes a like just like a reference to something that character. It's not like it's like a callback without being the same guy. Gotcha. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like a little in joke.
Right.
Basically, there's his character he plays in Chungking Express has this thing to do with cans of pineapple, and I won't go into super detail because it's part of the movie and it's nice. But then the guy that he plays in Fallen Angels, he talks about like, he's mute, he doesn't talk, but he has like a narration going on, like right. He narrates over himself. Yeah. So you hear his like internal monologue. Mm-hmm. And when he's talking about, he's like, "Yeah, I don't talk. I think it's because as a kid I ate too many cans of pineapple or something." Right. It's like, okay. When you hear it's it, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. But that's the thing that got me is I was like, listening to his voice and like, not to be that guy, but I'm not like, I don't watch a lot of Chinese cinema, so there's a lot of actors that I'm not familiar with, and I'm not saying like, oh, they look the same, but like, I know, get him. I know. Get his ass. But if you're not familiar with them, especially with different haircuts and stuff, I was like, that guy looks really similar, but I don't want to sit here and say it's the same guy. But then I'm like, he said the thing about pineapple. He kind of sounds the same. Yeah. Is it the same guy? And I look it up and it's the same dude. I was like, okay, now I don't feel as bad. Yeah. I don't. Crisis averted. Yeah, I'm not racist. I swear.
No, fair enough. Oh man, we need to do like go back and like watch each other's favorite movies and make a video about
I would love to.
We'll do like a double feature video where we like talk about each movie.
Sure.
Because that would be fun.
I would love to make you watch Donnie Darko, mainly because I think you would super enjoy it.
I've seen it.
But it's been a long time.
Oh, a decade or more. Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I love The Fountain. I watched The Fountain.
I wanted to make you watch it.
Huh?
I wanted to make you watch it and like not know what was going on.
But I've seen it.
I know. That's not near as fun.
It's been a long time though.
Fair.
I love that movie. It's very good.
Up here. Like I can pretty much play it scene for scene.
Death is the road to all. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Getting a tattoo next.
It's a good line, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do some favorite movies, you know. And
so what you're saying is you're gonna let me make you watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Okay, hear me out though. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I think you would like it, like I would like it or anything. But I think if you had watched it, you'd be like, damn, why does this look so good?
Yeah.
To be like a movie, because it looks outstanding. I watched it in theaters. Like I watched it in theaters year before last. I just caught it just happened to be in theaters again.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got to be like, fuck yeah, I get to go see like one of my favorite childhood movies in a theater because it came out in 1990 before I was born, so I didn't get to see it in the theater when it came out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, this movie like looks good. Like,
was it shot on film?
Shot on film.
Okay. Well,
shot on film. Well, you know what? Okay, I don't know if you've watched it. I mean, you probably did, but if you haven't, or if you don't remember, there's a whole video that Red Letter Media did talking about how good it is.
Yeah.
Jay talks to a guy that worked on it or something. And
was it the comic book artist dude?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talk about how he's like, yeah, this movie has aged like remarkably well.
Yeah.
Like he's like, and then they talk about like there's like a whole director's cut of it that like got lost to time, or like this is like an original cut of the movie that I would love to see. Because as much as I love the movie, there's some stuff that when you know that it was like a scene that they used from a cut that doesn't exist anymore, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's way cooler.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I love that movie. I love it. Apparently it might be getting a 4K restoration and being put in theaters. I hope. That's like a mixed bag, because some of these 4K restorations are not great because they fuck up the color grading.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, like, just in general, I had seen some YouTube videos, and when I watched The Holdovers, like movies that try to look like film but just won't commit to it, like I think The Holdovers looks good, but it's very clearly shot on digital. And I bet you the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles probably looks better.
Yeah, because
like maybe
it was
not
shot,
better,
but
you know what I mean. Like it will hold up longer than something like I seen one where some director tried to like make a black and white film. Can't remember the name of the movie now, but like he did everything he could, but except for used film.
Yeah,
and it just looks like kind of shit. Like they put Citizen Kane next to it, and Citizen Kane like is more vibrant.
It looks way better.
Yeah, way better.
Well, that's the thing.
So that's the thing that I hate.
That's the thing about Citizen Kane. I saw this on like Twitter recently. People being like, "There's that one shot, that's like the famous shot from Citizen Kane where like you're seeing him as a kid playing on the sled in the snow, and it like pans out through the window, and it's back into like an interior shot."
Yeah.
And people talk about like they literally like teach you that shot in film school.
Yeah.
Right. And people are like, yeah, you know, people talk about Citizen Kane being like an overrated movie, and then you see shit from it, and you go, oh,
yeah,
what the fuck? Why does it look this good when it's a movie from like 1940 something, right?
Something like that. Maybe earlier, but yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Citizen Kane. Which one's one? Which one's two?
Oh, I'm watching. I'm going to take a TMNT all day, baby.
Every day of the week.
TURTLE power, brother.
Jesus Christ. Roll credits. Play the Vanilla Ice song. We're out of here.
Oh, yeah.